봐봐.
그거 누르면 안 돼, 리오.
리오 잠깐만, 리오 잠깐만.
예쁘네, 리오. 이리 오세요.
Leo, can you wave at the camera?
He doesn't like you in prison.
Can you do this? Say hello. hello. Oppa. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Is it Grumpy Oppa or Grumpy Appa?
Grumpy no more.
But then you have to change your Instagram ID.
I like my ID.
What you doing?
Big
Big red bus?
Baby
What is it?
only
What is it, Leo? Big 해봐. Big red bus.
baby bar.
Wow.
Baby
Small blue bus.
아니야. 이리 오세요. 이쁜이 이리 오세요. 이쁜이가 왔어요. 왔어요. 맞지?
big body.
Whoa. Big button. Ready?
Big body.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Guess who it is? Jen
And Will.
and Leo. Whoa. Alrighty, earphone users. Leo's gonna come in and out of the video, but we thought we'd finally do a catch up with you guys. It's been a really, really long time. It's been many years, to be honest. It's about time, right? The last time was before this little one even existed. So I asked you on my Insta stories if you have any questions that you guys would like us to answer and catch up with. So we have a lot here, but we're
I
gonna
don't even know
impromptu.
what the questions are. Little correction.
What?
Leah's 20 months and 30 days.
What did I say? 21?
21
Oh,
months.
yeah. 21 months almost, off by one day. You know, I'm actually realizing like the last time we kind of did a catch up, we were answering the questions like, when are you guys going to have a baby? And
맞아,
everyone
맞아.
was wanting us to have one.
Yeah, no.
And now
now
he's
there's a
waving at
little
you
one
guys.
here. He's a bundle of joy.
Do you know? Leah, did you know? So we're gonna go through maybe 5 to 7 to 10 different questions and answer them off the top of our head.
Yeah.
We just hope that this is a good catch-up time with you guys, but we can't guarantee how this video will turn out because now it's post-baby and we don't have the leisure to really spend a lot of time.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hurry up.
We'll start with Annie W. Will you consider moving back to Australia?
I would. We do have our a place where we could stay and raise Leo
In Brisbane.
in Brisbane.
Not Sydney.
Not in Sydney. I would love to move back to Australia when the time comes, but I do feel that it's actually our time to stay in Seoul. I don't know why.
So yeah, we have
That is
been...
right.
We
We.
are thinking about it, but it's not on the immediate horizon at the moment. We like Brisbane. We think that it's not as crowded, it's not as polluted as Sydney. When we visited Brisbane, the people were really, really
Super
friendly.
nice.
So we liked that culture
Yeah.
there, but we're not sure. And we have like even enrolled Leo in a school there just in case, because in Australia you have to enroll since like birth in order to get in there. So just in case we move there, we've enrolled, but we're not sure. Like,
Yeah.
Another option is to just stay here and send Leo to international school.
Three.
But there are a lot of factors.
Joey bar.
Wow, Leo wants to show you guys his 2 red buses.
And 3 buses. He's saying 3 buses.
I think he kind of knows that it's a person.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Not yet, Leo. We just
Not yet,
started.
not yet.
But yeah, there are a lot of factors. Our work is one of them. Obviously, we're going to wait till
Yeah.
confirmation from God to
Yeah.
see where He wants us to be. There are definitely times especially me, I miss Australia for a number of reasons, like
Yeah.
nature,
People,
friendly
friends,
people,
family.
friend. Yeah, sense of humor is one of the biggest things we kind of miss
Oh.
about Aussies. There are a lot of cultures in Korea, but not many Australians around us. So we get misunderstood a lot. So we had to tone down our Aussie style of like talking and everything. Yeah.
We have wonderful US, North American friends here. We have a lot of them. And whenever we chuck a joke, they just go like, okay.
But it comes across wrong or like
I'm like,
misunderstood or offensive.
Oh, go.
Okay. So yeah, we kind of miss that a lot. But apart from that, we're pretty
We're all good.
happy in
We're all
Korea
good
at
here.
the moment. Especially it's spring right now. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
pretty.
Move on.
Okay, do you want a second child? Lynn loves beauty. Maybe this is too quick. We need to answer some questions about Leo first, maybe.
Why don't we dwell on that question? Because I think it's a current topic that we're always discussing right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we are extremely happy with our little bundle of joy. We couldn't be happier with Leo. We are so fulfilled. And Jen and I, we never imagined that we'll be what do you call it? Baby lovers. I don't know. Like we never.
Yeah.
We didn't really know how to love or cherish a baby.
As in,
to
like,
existence.
we were not
We didn't know how
people
to
who were
handle-
obsessed about kids.
Yeah. We were not like
I was
that.
a teacher, but I wasn't like, I really want a child. We never
that's it.
were
That's
both
it.
like.
We were very satisfied with just how we were as a couple.
You guys know, we talked
Yeah.
about it a lot.
And we didn't want a kid and whatever. We openly said it, right?
Bye.
But as soon as this thing happened,
Yeah, after you came, we were like, literally,
Hello.
when I first had Leo, I was like, we should have started earlier. I want more. But of course, I didn't want to go through labor again because you guys who listened to my labor birth experience story, during labor, I was like, I'm never ever doing this ever again.
Yeah.
But then as soon as like Leo came out, were you saying that?
Yeah.
I wanted to have like 2 more or something. Like if I didn't have to go through pregnancy and labor,
Exactly.
I would want a big family. So even at like the age that I had a baby, I felt like it was really hard on my body. So I thought,
Baby.
yeah, I'm talking about you, Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
After
Okay.
having Leo, my back was completely broken, and I thought, how hard is it going to be when I'm like years older?
엄마
이거 지금 we're working right now, so
Okay, our answer got a little too long-winded there because like Leo's getting fussy. So we'll do it again. Do we want a second child? Yes or no?
maybe.
Yeah, that's the answer. Literally. We love children now after having one. We're definitely open, but we're not like trying actively or anything at the moment.
Not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, we kind of want Leo to be able to be grown enough for us to talk to him and ask him about siblings so that it's like a big family decision rather than we just like plop out a baby and cause a bit of jealousy and things like that. But we're thinking maybe when he's about 3 is a good kind of age gap.
We'll see.
We're also considering adoption or fostering. So there's a lot of different like options, but we're also completely fine with just having Leo.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just what we thinking.
At the moment. At the moment.
Do you raise Leo speaking English or bilingual? This is by Avec Caroline. Thank you, Caroline.
You can answer that.
We actually speak both, but I do mainly English. William is supposed to do the mainly Korean side, but
Failing greatly.
yeah, he doesn't do it. So he
It's
just
much
does it.
easier to speak to him in English.
So I'm just kind of doing Konglish to him, and whenever I teach him a word, I say the Korean word afterwards, and he's kind of catching on. His first words were actually Korean, even though the majority of the rest of his language is English. But I think he's getting both the languages. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, we're trying to do the bilingual thing. Do you want to choose a question?
Choose one. Choose one, Leo. Leo, look. Look, Leo.
Okay, G. Sally asks, how did your marriage dynamics change with Leo? Any tips for new parents?
Oh my goodness. I think we might share different views on this. I think we got extremely closer.
Yeah, I think we became a good team, for sure.
Because we don't get to have our own time as much as you can see, even during this recording. He requires 100% attention from us, but I
I
don't know.
can't film much as well, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, excuse me.
Whoa.
Has become.
It's okay. Daddy's
I'm
gonna
okay.
sneeze. It's
I'm all
okay.
good.
Why?
I'm all good. Why are you crying?
Yeah, I think marriage dynamics...
Why don't you just say the rest?
Okay, I'm just gonna answer the question while Will takes care of Leo for a second. I think our marriage dynamics became more dynamic because it's literally like survival mode with a kid with no help. Usually a lot of people have siblings or parents or just at least some kind of close family around to help and sometimes babysit and sometimes help with the food and cleaning, but we don't have anybody. So if someone wants to work, the other person has to full-time take care, and so it's literally like almost impossible to do things without the full attention of both of us. And Leo here he's particularly very attached to me because we're still breastfeeding and we're just really close. So he wants mommy around all the time. So even if Will comes over and takes care of Leo, in a couple of minutes he'll run back to me and cry for mommy. So that's why I can't really do a lot of work. But yeah, all those kind of things have added up and it's made our dynamic a lot more like teamwork based. So we've become a lot more understanding of each other. Because there's kind of like a purpose, we both are very focused on doing that teamwork well. I think we've gotten closer for sure, but we don't have as much time as before. But that makes the time that we do have especially
Very precious.
precious. There was any tips for new parents?
Oh, tips for new parents.
Any tips for new parents would be
I have one tip. A lot of people think their babies are babies, but what we are trying with Leo is we're trying to think and treat Leo as an adult, even though he is a little baby. We try to speak to him just like we're speaking to an adult. I mean, I know it may sound a bit dumb or stupid, but as we tried that, Leo, I could feel that he feels respected.
Yep.
And he's maturing really quickly, and we get to figure out what he likes and what his personality is like, because we're paying attention and we are trying to give him a chance to speak up and also to share his emotions with us and whatnot. So I think that approach, rather than just brushing off your kid because he or she is just a baby, or just ignoring their emotions or their needs completely because we are busy. So I think respecting babies for who they are, I think that really helps.
Yep. Just because they're a baby doesn't mean that they're not able to be expressive of their own individual thought and opinion. They do have it, they just don't have the communication skills as of yet developed. For me personally, I care a lot about the emotional development of Leo. I mean, physically is important too, but I think it's easy to get carried away with just taking care of the physical aspect of baby raising. It's easy to kind of neglect their emotional needs, and I'm especially, just like my personality, intuitive about sensing how he's feeling, and so I realized that I care a lot about his happiness. So I try to validate his feelings a lot, talk to him, listen to him, and if he's crying or whinging, instead of just like cutting him off or disciplining or things like that, I ask him or try and find out why he's feeling that way, just almost as if I would a friend. So that's our parenting style. Everybody's different, but that's what we've been doing, and it's been working pretty good. Leo's a pretty happy and feeling secure kind of child at the moment. So yeah, how are you in general? This is Carissa Bonio. I'm just guessing that that's directed at me. So I'm guessing. Maybe Will can also answer that too after when he comes back. But how am I in general? Someone else asked me, how are you feeling? Like, how are you really doing? Yeah, I'm actually really doing good. The thing is, emotionally, I'm doing so good. My heart has expanded so much after having Leo. I am in a happiness level that I haven't been at ever in my life. Like, my heart is so full of love and satisfaction and happiness. But at the same time, it is physically really demanding because I don't get a single break. If I go into it, it just sounds like I'm whinging. So I don't want to bore you guys with the details, but Leo is a very sensitive baby. He's very attached to me as well. And again, we don't have help. And Leo sleeps very late because he somehow because he's so sensitive, he's able to pick up the surroundings super quickly. He knows when we're just putting him to bed rather than actually sleeping together. We co-sleep. So now we just sleep together. Usually parents have time at least when baby is sleeping, but we don't have that time. So I don't get a break, and because of this, that's why I haven't been able to make many videos either. So more than anything, my physical body is just like super tired. My back hurts so much. I'm getting muscly from holding like 11 kilos constantly because he just loves to be held everywhere. Physically, I'm just really exhausted. Some days are harder than others. Some days it's like really easy. Some days it's like crazy hard. You wonder how parents do it with more than one kid, but it's definitely worth it. But I'm in a really good place. I'm very happy. That's how I am. How are you really doing?
I'm doing really good. I've never been this fulfilled, as I said before, and I have never been this happy in my life. I think Leo completed our marriage. These days I feel really, really happy. Really sad to say bye to my baby every morning to go to work, but extremely happy to come home and
he's so sad.
Yeah, to see him again and to see my wife. It's great. It's great. Yeah.
But physically tired, right?
Physically very tired. We just literally don't get much time to ourselves because Leo, like Jen might have actually told you guys this before, but he sleeps together with us.
And that even day naps, he needs me right next to him the whole time.
Yeah, so unless we shorten our time and just kind of sneak out, we don't get to even talk to each other.
Yeah. Leo doesn't like to be excluded. He likes to be part of conversation
part of the
even. So we don't really get to talk to each other. Otherwise, he's like, I want to talk as well.
Yeah, that's why he's talking, because we are talking right now.
Yeah, Leo's saying something as well.
All the words
on
he
his
knows
little
is coming
sofa.
out.
He's sitting on his little sofa. How did you handle COVID and taking care of family at the same time?
Appa,
Amma. Also, Duality asked, how was your experience with the virus?
Okay, I'll go first and I'll take Leo.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got the virus first. I think I got it from work. And I think I was the sickest out of the 3 we have. And obviously I've given it to Leo and
He was isolating in the back for a few
I was
days.
literally
We
like
did a good
jailing
job at
myself,
first.
imprisoning myself in the room. I was there for 2 days. I had high fever, 39 degrees plus, for 1 night. And I didn't have any other symptom, but I was extremely tired. The separation gave me emotional stress. And that's
And
what
that caused him to be even sicker.
Yeah, not the virus, but I was stressed so much so that my body wasn't recovering.
He said
well.
he felt like a homeless person. Because we don't have a spare mattress, so he did this makeshift weird thing
Oh my
with like.
goodness, I don't even want to remember those days.
He was sleeping on like the baby mat. But yeah, finally Leo did get sick after 3 days. I was like to the end, I was like, I'm not getting sick. I was commanding the virus to leave and I was like saying I'm not gonna get sick. I didn't get sick until Leo got sick because I'm like constantly with him. It was really hard actually because for me I had to take care of Leo alone for a few days, like straight.
Yeah, but God's grace there. Though.
Yeah, we had it separate times. We were able to take care of the household, which was really God's grace.
Amazing, because I was just on the verge of recovery and Leo got it.
When he was sick, I was able to take care of the family, and then I got sick, so he was able to take care of us.
Yeah.
But the experience was okay, apart from really high fever. I also had a really high fever. That was the hardest part, and like feeling tired. It's okay. Leo got well really quickly. He was still nursing, so hopefully that helped, as well as babies. They just have a faster, stronger, quicker immune system, so they just recover quickly from things. So he was pretty good in about 2 days. Didn't go to our nose or our throat, so it didn't get painful. It was just body aches, like really bad body aches, really bad, like I couldn't move. Fatigue and fever, that was like the main thing, and a little bit of runny nose. But it was gone in a couple of days, but some of the symptoms like tiredness lingered for a while, so like maybe a week or 2 afterwards. But yeah, that was our experience with COVID. It was hard at the time, but in hindsight, we're just grateful that it didn't get too bad for us. The cough is the hardest part about a flu, I reckon, so yeah, but we were pretty good apart from that. How about you guys? Did any of you guys get COVID, and how was your experience with it?
It's that.
He wants to feed you the jelly. Give
Oh,
to
really? No?
Oh no, he changed
Leo
his
wants
mind.
it. This is something that got asked a lot in different wordings. How do you maintain a long and healthy relationship or marriage?
There's no one-size-fits-all answer to that, to be honest, because every marriage is different and everyone is different. But I think a common remedy for that, or common antidote, is listening to the other person carefully. Listening.
I haven't really
carefully.
been doing that
Yeah,
really
no.
well the past
I
few
know,
days.
I know. I'm just trying to like, trying to be like
Objective.
objective.
Yeah.
You got to listen to the other person really well, especially guys, because we tend to
Girls too.
develop this a passage, left ear in and right ear out. So it's like.
I would say that it's just the way that guys feel responsible for doing things for the family, so they're focusing on something else rather than the emotional aspect of taking care of somebody.
Sorry if our answers are like all over. I'm a singular
over the
cell
place.
person. When I'm focusing on like doing something for Leo and stuff,
Yep,
my
you guys-
answer can be like everywhere. Okay.
You guys gotta see us when we go to a restaurant. Literally, one person has to eat, like shove it down, while the other person goes outside and takes Leo for a walk. Comes back, rotation switches, and we do a couple of switches through the entire time at a restaurant. As Will was saying, it's important to listen to each other and obviously make time for each other. But I think one of the main things from my perspective of having been in a marriage for, how long have we been married now? 13 years, Oppa?
14 years and counting.
Is it?
Got married in 2008. It's 2022.
Literally, I'm so 정신없어 after having Leo. There's not even time to think about anything, so I don't even remember. Yeah, we've been married for like 14 years now, and something that I think was really, really important and still is understanding each other. Like, I think most of marriage conflicts or long-term relationship conflicts occur because of a lack of real deep understanding of each other, and that's just a very generalized way of explaining it, but I'm talking about personality types. I'm talking about motive behind behavior, the way that one consumes or understands outward events. Some people are intuitive. Like, I'm going into MBTI because I think that was really helpful for me, and I think I mentioned this in my last heart to heart. But yeah, truly understanding each other helps you to eliminate any miscommunication, understand why this person is so different from me, and gets rid of a lot of the angst and frustration that things like that can cause. I think especially if you're like totally opposite personalities and you don't understand that it's just simply because you have a different base function in general. If you don't understand that, it can be just like really aggravating, like cause lots of tension and conflict. But I think if you get that down pat from the very beginning, you can save so much time. And another thing is knowing that you guys are a team together. So knowing who the real enemy is very important for us. A lot of people kind of disregard this, but there is a spiritual element to life. Like there's a whole world that you can't see with your eyes. Because we're Christians, we believe that we have a spirit and there's a whole spiritual world out there. If you completely ignore the spiritual world and you think only on the horizontal plane of things, sometimes you can miss the root cause of certain things. And sometimes the root cause of things that are causing conflicts in the relationship actually come from external sources, which you need to eliminate. And so I think spiritual warfare and knowing how to spiritual warfare is also very important in a marriage, because the enemy wants to break families down. That's like his number one goal, because the family, it's such a strong, precious and powerful unit. Yeah, you can just see that all throughout history and all throughout the world, families are just breaking down. No one goes into a marriage wanting it to fail. You know, everyone wants to go in to succeed. They want to love each other. They want to care about each other, but something along the way just goes wrong. And I think what a big part of what's missing there is the acknowledgement of spiritual forces that want to break your marriage down. Sometimes you could get a thought in your brain, causes you to misunderstand somebody, but that thought was actually placed there not from you or from the other person. And if you catch that like bait and you feed on it, it can snowball into something really big and cause something that didn't actually need to happen. So just being able to catch those kind of things is really important, I think, in a healthy marriage. So being on guard, knowing who the real enemy is, and knowing that that enemy is not your partner. Your partner is meant to be your best friend in life. You're meant to work together as a team and achieve what you're supposed to achieve through that marriage. So yeah, I don't know, without getting too preachy, I think that's important for me. Anything for you, Oppa? Let me just take Leo and you can say something as well.
What question are we on right now?
I'll be back.
Okay. Jen's gone, so it's my turn. Yeah, she's just right there. One tip I can think of right now is to try to understand the needs of your partner. Most of the marriages I come across are formed between two people that are so different, quite the opposite, to be honest. Each person will bring different packages, different set of needs, different personality, you name it. But understanding the other person's needs, if you can catch that and address those in the most loving way, I think your partner can be very satisfied in the marriage. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, however you want to categorize them. If you can catch that, I think that's going to help greatly. While Jen is nursing Leo, I'll just pick a question and I'll take over.
I'm still here.
Yeah, she's right there. She's right there. Yeah, my boss is right there, just checking on me. AMB.YH asked, would you buy a house in Korea? I would, except it's extremely, extremely difficult for foreigners to purchase anything in this country. The banking system is quite closed. I'm sure a lot of foreigners who are living in Korea would share the same sentiment. The banking is totally closed. Koreans have a very specific way of investing in properties, especially when there are a lot of people wanting to invest in this small, tiny piece of land in Seoul. Literally 12 million people are living in this city and around it. And imagine the housing problems here. Because of the wealth gap between the rich and super rich and even middle class and poor. There are different housing in this country and especially in this city, but even what is considered substandard housing is extremely expensive within the city compared to the rest of the world. In Australia, if you have around anywhere between 200,000 and 500,000 Australian dollars, you can comfortably purchase a house in cities such as Melbourne and Brisbane, and possibly in Sydney and outer parts of Sydney. If you are looking at properties around like 1 million, 1.5 million, you can definitely make do with such savings because mortgage is always available. But in this country, for foreigners like us, we need to have 100% cash in order to purchase it, otherwise it makes it very difficult. Having said that, we were able to purchase a small piece of land in this beautiful island called Chindo last year. It wasn't that expensive. We actually bought it so that we can actually treat it as our holiday house. And if we could actually purchase a property in Seoul, that would have been perfect. I mean, I tried for so long, didn't work out. We decided to go with purchasing a house in Brisbane. That was our choice. I'm not a YouTuber, so my answer was very boring. Okay.
All right. Will you homeschool Leo? Maybe. It's definitely an option because I'm really enjoying teaching Leo on a daily basis.
You're a teacher anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually qualified as a teacher, so I can see definitely the pros and cons to it, but we're open to either or. Do any of you guys have any experience with homeschooling your kids? And if you do, please share your experiences and your thoughts down below because we would love to read them. What is Leo's favorite animal, food, and color? Leo's favorite animal is bee. It's not an animal, but he loves bees because of Super Simple Song's bees. The cute, like little fat bee with the tiny little wings. He likes that
Bumblebee.
little bumblebee. He hasn't really seen one in real life though, so we don't know if he'll be disappointed.
I think he's gonna
if he
freak
sees
out
one.
when he actually sees it.
He saw an ant the other day and he was like kind of disappointed because it's this tiny little thing, but like the drawings make it so cute. His favorite food is probably broccoli.
Oh yeah,
Or
absolutely.
like cabbage.
Yeah.
In soup. He likes cabbage. He likes vegetables. And color, his favorite color is blue. He says it's blue. And he knows that mommy's favorite color is pink and daddy's favorite color is green. Blue, yeah, he's sitting in his blue bus right now. Funny thing that Leo does lately. What's a funny thing that Leo does lately?
White.
There's so many.
White.
Oh, he does like that little peekaboo thing by himself.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see? Come here, Leo.
Oh, where's
He already did it. Where's Leo?
Where's Leo?
Where's Leo? There you are! Where are you? Where's Leo gone? There you are! He's shy. He doesn't want to do it on camera.
He actually knows that we're filming.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knows, but
He knows. When he farts and we say something about it, he knows. And he knows it's funny as well and he laughs at himself after, which is, I thought that's pretty, like, little tiny baby knows that the farts are funny. Okay, we'll do one more, okay? Does Leo ever throw tantrums at this age? If so, how do you handle it? Nikkei.
okay.
We definitely don't want to romanticize parenthood as much as we are super happy and everything. It's not easy for sure. It's definitely not easy. So we did want to answer one of these kind of questions because, you know, you only take out your phone to take photos of those like moments where it's really cute or like you want to save it. And when you're in the middle of a meltdown tantrum, the last thing on your mind is taking out your phone and taking a photo of it or a video. So that's why those ones just don't really exist on the internet. And then everyone just has like this cute smiling photos of calmness and everything.
Yeah.
But there are definitely tantrums, a lot of tantrums. But I think understanding that it's because he has these new feelings and understandings of the world, but he doesn't know how to express it. He doesn't have the vocabulary. So understanding that frustration in that moment helps you to be very patient and validate. Just ask him what's wrong, validate the feelings, give them a hug, and they calm down.
I think babies develop exponentially quick in their brain, and so, but their body cannot cope with that, the speed of brain's development. So when they want to do something and they cannot achieve what they pictured in their brain, it makes them frustrated. And I think we can see it from Leo, especially when he's playing with Lego. You know, Lego parts come off really easily. He cannot actually put them back in the way it was before. It's just
real.
It frustrates him. Just understand that what caused his frustration really helps us to understand him.
Yep.
Can I just quickly answer
Yep.
this?
Okay. Air Pra Pra. Sorry, Will's just gone again. This is our live. Air Pra Pra asks, what is the starting point that you believe in God? I actually have a whole testimony video. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it for you guys down below if you want. And I did this like before I got pregnant, so it was quite a while ago. But it's a long kind of video, but just to sum it up, I came to believe in God basically on my own because I was curious when I was like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 7, I was actually really curious if God is real. So I would pray in my bedroom and ask, God, if you're real, can you please show me so that I can meet you? And I really meant it as a little kid because I'd heard of God. I saw people praying, but I wasn't sure myself. And I genuinely wanted to know if he's there. And he answered my prayer. I think that if there's a prayer that God answers for everybody, it's that prayer. Like genuinely wanting to know if he's real and wanting to know him if he's real, then he will make himself known to you in whatever way. He's a very unique and creative God. So he'll match it right to your personality, right to your life situation. So that is definitely for me the starting point that I believed in God. Okay, I'm gonna answer this one as well. By Sunflower C, how hard or overwhelming is it to be a mother? It's really easy to go into this kind of question, like go too detailed, because it's so much. Like the world of becoming a mother is so different and so deep and involved that you really cannot explain it in like one sentence. But it was a completely different world. It's definitely overwhelming, guys. It's not easy, but I think everybody's gonna have a different situation because the level of help that everyone has, as well as different personality of the child, is just always different. Some people might have not so difficult experience, while others might have like a triplet kind of situation where they have to do it all on their own, and the triplets are all highly sensitive people. In that case, that will be extremely hard because the children will be crying a lot, colicky perhaps. It really depends on the whole situation, so you can't really generalize it for everybody. I know some people I've talked to have said that parenthood was actually surprisingly easy and found that they had a lot more time. For me, I'm almost 2 years in and I can't even imagine how, like, I can't work. I just don't have time. It's hectic, it is not easy, but I would never change it. Like, I love motherhood. I've talked about it so much, but I love it so much and I can't imagine my life without Leo. Okay, so that is it for this video, guys. We wanted to answer more, but Leo really needs us and he's not happy with us filming this at the moment, so thank you, Leo, for being patient. We hope you guys enjoyed this catch up and we'll definitely do it again in the future. So yeah, that is it from Jen and Will. We love you guys and we think about you guys a lot and we pray about you guys as well. Please do know that we're on your side and we're cheering you on whatever you're going through in life. If you have any other questions for other Q&As that you want us to answer in our next one in the future, please let us know in the comments below and like this video as well, because that helps with the analytics so that you guys actually see our videos on your feeds. Please do follow Oppa on no, actually he doesn't post ever.
Don't follow me on Instagram. I don't post anything at the moment.
Yeah, if you guys are just happening to come in and not really seeing my previous videos, I have opened a shop called curatedbyjen.com. So do check out our website if you want to. Follow us on socials as well. Leo has a social that I've put on private now, but you still can follow him for updates. And yeah, we hope you guys are doing well. We love you guys and stay beautiful inside and out. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone. 다음에 또 봐요.
See you later.
Toodles. Leo, do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
Come here, say bye-bye.
We're finishing off. 1, 2, 3.
Bye-bye. He's drinking a Yakult.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, auntie and uncles.